Hi, I'm getting a very late start today. First stop is going to be Blackwater, Virginia to check out the property for my bosses. And the second stop, I'm hoping to make it to Natural Tunnel State Park. I may not. If not, I'll have to do that tomorrow. But either way, along the way, I'm sure I will find things to take pictures of or things to take video. That I'm most assured that I will find. I spent most of the morning editing my videos. I spent more time downloading some new video apps to try out new video and do that. But anyway, this is just like a little short intro. I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about this and that. I'm here at the truck stop. It's not bad. Not quite big enough, but it's not a bad truck stop. I'm hoping I'll be someplace else tonight besides this place. But anyway, that said, I'm headed to Blackwater now and then hopefully the state park. Hi, it's about 7:15 p.m. I did not make it to Natural Tunnel State Park. It took longer checking out the property in Blackwater than I thought. A lot of questions. The homeowner had a lot of questions. Anyway, it looks like something that we will or we will be interested in purchasing. Anyway, enough said about that. I am here at a little shopping center. I stopped here. I think I'm in a little place called Wise, Virginia, I think. Anyway, there's a little place here, a Dollar Tree. I came over here. I got myself a couple of something to drink. A little snack, some peanut butter crackers. That'll tide me over till later when I eat. Anyway, haven't even decided what I'm going to eat. Another tuna sandwich or maybe tuna with some crackers. Maybe. Haven't even decided. I still got another lemon pepper and I have some plain. Anyway, so I'm here and I mapped it and I thought, okay, I'm going to go to the Natural Tunnel State Park. This was about maybe 20 or 25 minutes ago. I looked at the time and I went, you know what? I'm not going to have time. I'm not going to make it. There's just no way. I really want to have time to really explore the park, not just, not just scale through it real quick and not really do much. And so I need more time, If I'd have gotten here by about, the appointment was at 4, so if I could have gotten here by 5, it would have been okay, maybe even 6, but anyway, 4 o'clock would be a better time. Anyway, so I got myself a snack, ran over to the marathon station, and I'm sitting there, and I'm trying to figure out, okay, I got a few days. I'm supposed to have physical therapy tomorrow, but I got to check out another piece of property in the morning. And then, so I'm not going to have time. I'm not going to have time to be back. And then I won't have physical therapy again for another week. And I don't think I'm going to have anything else to look at until late next week. So I'm thinking, okay, where can I go next? And this year I wanted to go to West Virginia. That was really on my list. I've been to West Virginia many times, but it's been a while. So I thought, okay, I'll go to West Virginia, but that's a little too far. But I'm not that far from a couple places in Kentucky. So I think my next stop is going to be somewhere in Kentucky. Pikeville, Kentucky is one of my favorite places to stop. I'm traveling US Highway 23 though, and one of the biggest issues on this particular highway is finding gas stations. I prefer truck stops, finding truck stops, and there really aren't any truck stops. And a lot of the 24-hour gas stations, they just aren't my cup of tea. I really don't like them. There's not enough, it's not busy enough. I mean, they're 24 hours, but a lot of them just, to me, they just aren't busy enough. But, and the next travel center won't be for, I want to say it's in Prestonsburg, Kentucky. It may be farther north than that. No, I take that back. It's not Prestonsburg. It's closer to Louisa, Kentucky. So I'm looking at, I don't know, probably 130 miles, maybe, somewhere in that neighborhood. I'm thinking 140. I don't know. It's a ways. And there is a travel center there, and I've stopped there before. These little out-of-the-way travel centers aren't really my cup of tea, but, they'll do in a pinch. And I have been to other 24-hour gas stations. I stayed at a 24-hour Shell in Jonesboro when I was on my way back to North Carolina when I was having transmission issues, and it was just fine, but I really don't like them. But anyway, so I looked it up. I Googled the gas stations, find out which ones, find out the ones in Pikeville. And turns out there's quite a few in Pikeville that are 24 hours. None of them are right off of Highway 23. I kind of like to stick to the ones that are right off the, because 23 is a 4-lane highway all the way from where it picks up in Kingsport, Tennessee, all the way to Michigan. So, pretty much, I take that back. It's not 24. It's not 4 lanes all the way. 24. What am I saying? Anyway, I know that when you get to somewhere in Ohio, once you get to Portsmouth, Ohio, it gets a little difficult. And then there's some long stretches in Ohio. And once you get to Columbus, Ohio, I used to travel it through Columbus, but I know I don't do. Last time I went through going to Michigan, US Highway 23, I didn't do that. It was just way too far. Let me back up a minute. When I go through Columbus, Ohio, the last time I went through Columbus, Ohio, it wasn't too far. It was so much road work and just so busy. I just couldn't get through it, and I primarily travel it at night, like midnight. I used to be completely fearless, and to a certain degree I still am, but now I'm more cautious now, and I like to be off the road well before midnight. I like to be off the road by 10, 11, but it kind of depends on the area. If I've already been there for a day, maybe 2, and I kind of don't know the area, but, know where everything is, and have already stayed at a gas station or truck stop, then I'm okay going in a little bit later. But not, like if I'm traveling like I am tonight, I'll probably be on the road for a couple of hours. No, nothing like that. But, I'm not coming anywhere near Columbus, Ohio. I just kind of went off there, and that was just something I was sharing. But it's just to let everyone know, US Highway 23 from Kingsport, Tennessee on up to about somewhere before you get to Columbus. It is, can't remember the town now. It's been a while. It's not bad. And now, back in the day, I used to stay at Walmart. That was my go-to. Walmart was definitely my go-to because, it was a good place to stay. They had, truckers, RVers, van lifers, or vans. A lot of, I guess a lot of vans that were work vans, or freight vans. Let me be more clear on that. But anyway, so there were quite a few, and sometimes a lot of travelers, so it was a good place to stop. But now that after the pandemic, they close at 11, so that's no longer an option for me. So anyway, long story short, let me shorten this up as quick as I can, because I'm going to get to my next, I'm going to get right here to my stop. They're not my stop, I'm stopped right here to what I'm going to do a video on, which isn't all that interesting, but anyway. Lost my train of thought. Anyway, just trying to find some place that's viable, and I did look up some of the gas stations, and a few, 2 or 3, there's probably about 3 or 4 in there that would be good options. Now, 1 or 2 look like they might be a little too far out of the way. Now, 1 or 2 of these, I don't know how far off of US Highway 23 they are. 1 or 2 appears that they might not be that far off of 23, and a couple of them, the parking, they had pretty big parking lots, and a couple of them even had overflow parking. I don't want to say overflow parking, but parking that was adjacent to the gas stations. They were other businesses. One was just a shopping center. So, and I like that too. If there's not a lot of parking in the gas station, then they've got parking next door at another business, and I can, and there's enough parking, then I'll park there. I don't do this often. Most of the gas stations, I try to go with newer. If I do a 24-hour gas station, I try to do the newest and the nicest. And I can say, without a doubt, Sheetz is one of my favorites. Hands down. No, there's not any around here. They're all through North Carolina, other places, but not Virginia. Some places in Virginia they are, but not in this area. Weigel's in Tennessee, that's another pretty nice one. I've stayed, like I said, I stayed at Shell. That wasn't bad. I stayed at, which turns out it was a Mountain Energy, and there's some Mountain Energies around the Asheville area, and their truck stops are pretty nice, actually. And let's see, I have stayed at a Speedway, and there's others. There's Racetrack, Raceway. There's a few. You know, you just gotta find them. I pull them up on Google, and I take a really good look at the photos. That tells me what kind of parking lot they have. It tells me if they have a big enough parking lot for me to park in. Some of them have, a lot of them have, I did notice, do have diesel pumps, which means that any truckers coming through, I don't know if the truckers are going to stay there, but there definitely may be truckers coming through to get fuel, and if there is a place to park, they will stay. I'll buy probably a bit bigger parking lot. Anyway, I am here, and I'm going to go to the thing, my next little thing that I'm going to show you. Well, I didn't make it to Natural Tunnel State Park, like I said. It was just too late. After I checked out the property, it ended up being late. The homeowner had a lot of questions. I had to spend a lot more time there than I really wanted to, but it's work, so I had no choice. I think the piece of property, it's definitely something that I think we'll be interested in purchasing. Anyway, that said, I'm just now out here, gonna take a little bit of video of an old abandoned, not old and old, but an abandoned or empty Walmart. Used to be a Walmart here, and it's not here anymore. I'm doing a video, and that's gonna be in another video. I ended up talking way too much in the video, and I think I've had some comments that's not they don't like it. But anyway, it's more for me than anyone else, I guess, because I'm not really doing these videos for other people. Okay, here is the sign out here. There at the very top is the sell lease sign, but that used to be the Walmart. That was where the Walmart logo was. And from this vantage point, you can see, well, it's going right in the sun. There's a Verizon out there and a Dollar Tree, and I did a little bit of this in the other video. But I'm gonna probably end up chopping it up again. That wasn't really my intent, but I think that's gonna be it. And over here, it's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous night tonight. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, this is down the way a little bit. As you can see, it's an absolutely gorgeous evening. All right, here's another little section of overlook at an empty Walmart. And then down there you can see a business in the background, way down there. Business in the background. Okay, as you can see, it's getting darker out here. Sounds like there's a little animal over here in the bushes. I know last video I did at the Duff Pad Overlook here in Virginia, and it's not that far, it's just around well, not around the corner, but it's a few miles from the Sunoco station. It's not too far. Scared the crap out of me. I thought there was a bear or something in there, probably a deer though. Okay, here it is zoomed in. Again, beautiful night. Okay, I'm back up here. The sun it's about 7:30, quarter to 8 now. You can see the little bit darker clouds. That's nice. It's all just wooded right out here. I'm right behind my car, and it is just completely wooded out here. Here is the empty Walmart here in, I believe it's Wise, Virginia. Who knows how long this place has been, I don't know, out of business? Probably a while. I think, I'm not sure if I included it in this video or the last video, but there's like a lot of grassy patches out here, tons of them, in the parking lot. Well, I see when they left, they didn't bother to take away the parking and the $100 to $500 fine tow-away zone, van accessible. See, they didn't bother to do that, and here it is, standing right in front of the Walmart. This other video, I don't think I was able to quite do that because it was so, I don't know, just the sun was right in my eyes, right in the lens of the camera, and now the sun is starting to go down. I'm going to take you around to the side of the building, and that's going to be it. Okay, I'm over here on the side of the building. Let's pan it around. Okay, pick back up. As you can see, there's the building. And then, of course, this goes around the back of the building. Looks like someone left some old cardboard out here, cardboard pallets, just to dry up. And now I'm over here on, of course, this side of the building. And walking back up here is goes into a neighborhood. Like I said earlier, I drove all the way around the building looking for a shady spot to park. Didn't want to be on the back right here. That was a little too odd. I just didn't want to do that. So I parked up there on the side where you see all those trees. And probably can barely see my car parked down there. And over here, this is the road that walks into the neighborhood. And then around the side of the building, or back of the building rather. By the way, I'm in the town of Big Stone Gap. I do believe it is in Wise County, but not the town of Wise. Again, Big Stone Gap, Virginia. Hi, this first video slideshow is basically one picture. It is of a red barn on the side of the empty Walmart. This next video slideshow is nature that's around the empty Walmart. I'm here at the Food City, and I'm about to go in and see if they have a banana, hopefully a relatively ripe banana. If not, I'll look for grapes. I may, even if I find a banana, I may buy myself a few grapes too. Anyway, I'm not going to spend too much time here because I need to go to the bathroom, and I need to get in there and get something to go with my dinner. I think I'm going to eat tuna with crackers tonight instead of bread. Very simple, just something simple, and then I'll eat a banana. I know this is not good for me, but I love to eat a banana with a few Cheetos. I know that's crazy. It's not good for me, but I eat a few. I like it. I don't really eat junk food. I don't eat sweets, that kind of thing. Cakes, cookies, I don't eat that. Occasionally I'll have a cookie, but, you know, a few cookies. In fact, I bought some Chips Ahoy yesterday. I've got some in the car that I've had a while. I'm sure they're still good. Anyway, so I'm about to head into Food City. Anyway, as I said at the beginning of the video, I got to Blackwater, Virginia, and I checked out that property. And I wanted to go to the Natural Tunnel State Park. I did not get an opportunity to do that. And then I was debating on where to go, and I was going to head up to Kentucky tonight. I changed my mind. It's getting late. It's already 9:30. I'm not going to head to Kentucky. I'm just going to head back to the Sunoco station that I stayed at last night, and let that be that. Anyway, the next video, I do a video on the empty Walmart, and of course there's a little bit of the empty Walmart in this video as well, as you can see, but I do a very long video. The next video, I don't want to say it's a very long video, but it is a long video on the empty Walmart. The reason for that is because it's for sale, lease. We're only interested in the sale part, but anyway, I talked to my bosses, and they decided that take a video, they'd like, you know, and get more information about the building, they might be interested. Because we not only buy residential property, we also buy commercial property as well. We don't buy as much commercial property as residential, but we do buy commercial property. It is in a good location. It is a great, big, huge parking lot. The store, of course, would be more than big enough for a good-sized retail store, even a small grocery store, even a grocery store. It would suffice fine. The only downside that I did see was, and there are a couple of other buildings there that are empty as well. One that moved to another part of Big Stone Gap, and this isn't Big Stone Gap. And the old Goodwill, they moved. I don't know. I think they moved to Norton. I know there's already one in Norton. I don't know. They moved. Anyway, and there's another building that I don't know. It looked like it might have been the old Verizon building, but it's just a tiny, tiny little place. Now they're on the end with a couple of more empty places at the end. The only downside I saw was that in the back of the building, there's some damage. There's damage, looks like mold, definitely, probably black mold on the back of the building. There was another section of the building I wanted to take video of and photograph. I also photographed them, but the photographs won't be in the next video, just the video. But there was a man standing out there kind of watching me. He worked there at Little Mexico. He was the Little Mexico restaurant. He was emptying trash. And so I just decided to forego taking the picture. I mean, because I'd had to get right on him, you know, and I didn't want to do that. But there's enough damage, I'd say enough damage going on around the rest of the building to indicate that there may be maybe some structural damage. There's definitely black mold is a big problem. That would be difficult. Anyway, but nonetheless, I'm going to forward the video on to my bosses, and while I was at it, I figured, hey, what the heck, I'm going to just post the video on YouTube as well. It's part of my work. It's what I do. It's part of my work. It's what I do. Normally I do residential property, and I don't get the opportunity to do videos of the residential property, not that much. Occasionally I can, you know, snap a few photos of the exterior, but most homeowners are really iffy about it. They don't want pictures taken, and they definitely don't want video. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up now. I hope everyone has a good week. God bless. Peace.